stop with the remakes. That might be a hot take. Tired of seeing the same 5 movies, dude. It's so much more we can do. I'd rather you drop a movie. I'm gonna be more interested in a new slasher that you drop, a new horror concept, a new anything 10 times more than you dropping another Friday the 13th, than you dropping another Nightmare on Elm Street. We got What Happened in Jeepers Creepers Reborn. Now, I think this is that remake that came out like this come out like a year ago. And let's set the mood. Let's set the see how I did on command. We're gonna go red because it's Jeepers Creepers. All right. But I think this movie came out like a year ago. I seen the original Jeepers Creepers. Comment down below what's your favorite horror movie.
The Jeepers Creepers franchise began with a bang in 2001, capturing the imaginations and nightmares of horror fans with its introduction of the Creeper, a demonic entity that awakens every 23 years to feast its introduction of the Creeper.
That's crazy. Just look at that. I need to do a video of every horror villain I would survive in a fight with. Believe it or not, I could kill Jeepers Creepers. I think he regenerate though off like eating. Is he immune to like poisons? Because I might throw some bait out. But I think I could beat Jeepers Creepers though, for sure. Like I know exactly how I'll do it, right? So he'll try to get me. I'll put him in a headlock, but like I'm gonna fake the arm. You see what I'm saying? He gonna try to I'm gonna stuff the arm and I'm gonna grab him. Woo. Put him in a headlock like this. He was trying to bite my arm. Bite my arm. Stab him. That's a foolproof plan if I ever heard one.
A demonic entity that awakens every 23 years to feast on human flesh for 23 days.
That's a
Directed by Victor Salva, the original film stood out for its eerie atmosphere.
Now he's ore farming in the back.
The enigmatic terror of the Creeper, portrayed by Jonathan Breck. It struck a chord with audiences, becoming a sleeper hit and grossing over $59 million worldwide.
They dropped 2, right?
The sequel in 2003 continued this mythology, focusing on a group of
that school bus scene.
The Creeper as a formidable horror
that school bus scene was wild.
The third installment in 2017 signaled a steep decline, with a disjointed narrative, lackluster special effects, and a failure to capture the franchise's original suspense and terror.
He looks black.
Despite these ups and downs, the franchise's enduring
in a sense of like his facial features
prompted a reboot with Jeepers Creepers Reborn. The announcement of this new film
it's an actual reboot
revival, especially with the fresh creative vision promised by new director Timo Voronsola. However, this latest film has
what was on that man's shirt?
Not only failed to revive the franchise, but has also plunged into deeper disarray, alienating some longtime fans.
Well, trying to light a J behind the tree.
Let's find out if this rebirth of the Creeper is worth breaking out cigars over as we find out what happened to Jeepers Creepers Reborn.
Let's dive right in. Spoilers ahead. Okay.
The Jeepers Creepers saga began in 2001, directed by an actual creeper, Victor Salva. It was a fresh,
what does he mean by that?
To the horror genre, drawing comparisons.
What does he mean by the actual creeper? He get arrested for something? I don't know about.
Was released soon after. Set during the last day of the Creepers 23
I don't want to do that.
Frenzy, it focused on a school bus full of a high school basketball team stranded on a remote highway.
Need me a
good
interesting
idea, drawing inspiration from Jaws and Hitchcock's Lifeboat. I have a fun little side story about this film.
Yeah,
I actually auditioned
this
for
was
the part of the
I think this was
Andy Buck. My audition seemed to have gone well, but then I decided to be a know-it-all and drop a little knowledge for the filmmakers. Having just graduated high school, I told them they might
he was supposed to be him
since the story takes place during the spring, and high school basketball is a fall-winter sport, unless the director was keen on having a large number of shirtless jocks in the film. The casting director agreed, but I didn't get the part.
Yeah, that's why.
Before we continue with our
Despite mixed reviews, it performed well at the box office, cementing the Creeper's status as a horror icon.
How do you?
In 2006,
powers.
the
He
third
jumped
film
out.
was announced. However, unable to find financing, MGM backed out. After a long hiatus, the third installment, Jeepers Creepers 3,
I
was
did see
released
the
in
third one,
2017 without
and
the
it did
involvement
not
of Francis
hit.
Ford Coppola, the
You
producer of
can't.
the first two.
What's up with movies dropping and releasing under a premise? So whatever it is. Like, for example, Friday the 13th, or a Chucky without like Diamond CD, or a Freddy movie without I'm literally brain farting. But you get what I'm saying. Why are we dropping remakes without the OG being involved? Who's gonna know that character better than the person who brought that character to life to make it a classic, bro? And on top of that, stop with the remakes. That might be a hot take. I'm tired of seeing the same 5 movies, dude. It's so much more we can do. I'd rather you drop a movie. I'm gonna be more interested in a new slasher that you drop, a new horror concept, a new anything 10 times more than you dropping another Friday the 13th, than you dropping another Nightmare on Elm Street. Because I have 7 movies to compare it to and tell you why this one isn't better than these. Like, bro, we're making 10 of the same movies. It's stop making Screams, bro. I get it. A lot of people didn't see it growing up. Just tell them to watch the old ones. Let's go hit the same. Like, let's more concepts. Now you can drop some movies based on it, take inspiration from, but I don't need Friday the 13th part 14, bro. I'm cool.
The journey to the rebirth of the Creeper began in 2018 when the film was first announced. However, it
young
faced several
Creeper like it was
delays, largely
15.
due to legal issues surrounding Victor Salva. Salva's criminal past resurfaced and created a backlash against his continued involvement with the franchise.
Oh yeah, I know a criminal when I see one.
This led to the decision to distance the project from Salva, both creatively and in terms of promotion. Enter Timo Voronsola, a Finnish director known for his work on the cult sci-fi comedy Iron Sky, to helm the project.
I've never
His appointment was
seen
seen as a
nor
chance to
heard of that movie.
revitalize the series with a new creative vision.
Ever.
The script was penned by Jake Seal and Sean Michael Argo. Reborn is Seal's only writing credit,
What is
but he
his
produced
green
Jeepers Creepers 3 as well as Willy's Wonderland. Sean Michael Argo
That was a
also
sleeper
doesn't
movie.
have much to his name other than low-budget sci-fi films. The idea was to set the film at a horror festival, tapping into the meta-horror trend. This concept, while innovative, proved challenging to execute effectively. The script attempted to weave in the self-aware horror elements, but the result was a disjointed
That's
narrative
not the
that failed to
type
build
of movie
tension or
Jeepers
deliver
Creepers
effective
is.
scares. The cast
We don't need more self-aware horror movies either. We don't need.
cast includes Sidney Craven as Lane and Imran Adams as Chase, the central couple attending the ill-fated horror festival. Craven is known for her work on the BBC TV series EastEnders, as well as appearing in the horror comedy Slaughterhouse. Adams only
Slaughterhouse?
has
I heard that
5
movie was
credits
actually
to his
pretty
name,
funny.
mostly British TV work like the series Ghosts. Despite their potential, their performances were hampered by a lackluster script and underdeveloped characters. The supporting cast features a mix of festival goers, including a horror
Why we can't have
blogger
cool
and
festivals
various
like that
other
where I live
attendees
at?
who serve
Don't
primarily
worry.
as fodder for the
Give me
creeper.
time.
However, the most well-known cast member is Dee Wallace, who appears in the film's opening segment. The movie follows couple Chase and Lane
That
as
could've
they
was
head to
sweaty,
the
yeah,
Horror
yeah.
Hound Festival in
Fine.
BFE,
Nice jacket.
Louisiana. Chase, a paranormal enthusiast, is especially fascinated by the local legend of the Creeper, who has been dormant for the past 23 years.
Wait, didn't they make a movie out of it? Creepy Creeper or something?
3, actually.
During a stop at a gift shop, Lane experiences a disturbing
I'm trying to save y'all. I'm giving it the time of day. I'm trying to look at it through a clear lens, but those lines just piss me off. We don't need meta in every horror movie, man. Get me immersed. Let me dive in and feel what these characters would be feeling. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm too passionate about movies. I don't know.
premonition
Maybe that's just
upon
me.
touching
Just
a
me.
mysterious artifact. The shop owner, Lady Manila, cryptically warns them about the Creeper. At the festival, Lane picks up a supposed weapon of the Creeper and discovers an unexpected skill in throwing it. As the festivities
Oh my gosh.
continue, the creeper arrives,
Is she gonna kill him with his own
knocking out the internet and beginning its hunt for fresh victims.
Okay,
Chase and
he
Lane
pulled up.
won a raffle for the night at an abandoned plantation house, now an escape room, hosted by the festival organizer Madame Carnage. As they prepare to visit the house, Lane starts having visions of herself in a ritualistic scenario, joined by a
What?
cameraman, his crew,
Final
and a local
Destination,
tour guide named
Jeepers
Stu. The group heads to
Creepers.
the plantation. They pass through
It's
an
like a
old
mix of
graveyard where
everything.
the creeper ambushes them, killing the cameraman and kidnapping Lane just as Chase proposes.
Well, shit.
Oh,
Lane wakes up bound on a table, her abdomen pierced by the creeper. Inside the house,
Is he
chaos
trying to give her a
ensues
kid?
as the group argues over the predicament. Stu fires his pistol, attracting the creeper's attention, which
Dang.
leaves Lane and hunts the rest through the house, killing everyone except for Chase and Stu. Lane manages to free herself and reunites
this is definitely
with
low
her,
budget. This
revealing
is
her
the
pregnancy
lowest
and the creeper's
budget one.
specific interest in her. They uncover a horrifying truth. Madame Carnage, Lady Manila, and others have been worshipping the creeper and luring victims to the house for its feeding. As with many
Okay, good
film
callback to
productions
the
in
first
recent
one.
years, Jeepers Creepers Reborn faced significant delays due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Filming locations and schedules had to be adjusted to comply with health guidelines, adding to the already complicated.
why did they just show me a shot of a hanging teddy bear? What did? Oh my gosh. What did that teddy bear have to do with this at all? What's the point of this? Who on set did this and thought this was relevant?
Guidelines, adding to the already complicated production timeline. This
What?
disruption further hampered the creative process, forcing the team to make compromises on set designs and special effects. However, Timo Voronsola
Special
approached
effects.
this project with the finesse of a sledge.
Look, they got some
The
good
pacing
cracks
was
right there.
erratic, the scares were telegraphed from a mile away, and the tension was non-existent. Voronsola
Dang,
appeared to
this
struggle
really a bad
with
movie.
transitioning from sci-fi comedy to horror. His direction failed to capture the suspense and atmosphere that are crucial for a successful horror film. The
Meow.
festival
Oh
setting,
boy, coming
which
into the
could have
thing,
been a
playing Rainbow
vibrant,
Six.
chaotic backdrop,
Who
was
texting me?
instead a murky, poorly lit mess.
We get you later, we
Creeper
get you later.
scenes intended to be the highlight were shot with such incompetence that it was hard to discern what was happening. The creature's design, which once had a primal, almost Lovecraftian appeal, now looked like something out
Human.
of a cheap Halloween store.
Yeah. Like, oh, that's not my Jeepers Creepers.
Primal,
man.
almost Lovecraftian appeal, now looked like something out of a cheap
Look at this. Let me show y'all what Jeepers Creepers is supposed to look like. Let me really peep for y'all real quick. Show y'all what Jeepers supposed to look like. This is who you're telling me this is supposed to look like? Look at this. Look at this right here, man. This is what I can see people. This is what I can see people being frightened of, man. Huh? That's what I can see. This is a man. He looks like Ivan. Yo, he looks like Ivan Ooze. Chad, I'm not joking. Hold on. Does he not look like Ivan Ooze? This Jeeper Creepers right here. Bro, he looks like Ivan Ooze, bro. He looks like a black. Let me side by side this real quick. Oh, you can't. I can't do it how I want to. But yo, he looks like a black Ivan Ooze. That is insane. Hey, I want me to be terrified of that. Yikes.
Halloween store. In an era where even low-budget
Whoa.
films can achieve decent special-looking effects,
Whoa.
Jeepers Creepers Reborn seemed to determine to buck the trend. The CGI was laughably bad, almost looking like they were doing a day for night shot.
Yo,
they may as well call that
what?
Jeepers Creepers. We will fix that in post.
This looks like a
Practical effects fared
parody.
better. Gore and creature designs that should have been.
This actually looks like a parody
terrifying
movie, like
came
something
off
you would
as
see in, like,
amateurish and
The
uninspired.
Jeepers movie, the
There was
Creeper
no
movie.
memorable score to speak of, just a series of generic, uninspired tracks that failed to build atmosphere or tension.
Wow. They really.
Sound design, an often overlooked aspect of horror, was equally lackluster. The creepers' growls and the screams of victims were mixed in such a way that they became grating rather than terrifying.
It's supposed to be whistling?
The movie was released in the US in September 2022 for only a few days, although it was supposed to be released a year prior. The production company behind the previous 2 entries, Myriad Pictures, filed a lawsuit against Infinity Films Holdings, claiming the film was made without Myriad's.
Oh, they did this on. This was a school project. This was a school project. They sat there and posted, and they got sued for it because there's no way we're gonna drag the Jeepers Creepers legacy through the mud like this.
Claiming the film was.
I hope they won.
Knowledge.
I hope they won the lawsuit.
The trial was originally set to begin in January 2024, but as of now, the case is still pending. Setting the film
take them to court. Take them to jail. They need to go on trial for this.
The meta narrative
because
the opportunity to
the special effects, the creeper, the way I know that's not Pennywise right here in this corner. Anyway. This was
play with horror conventions and audiences.
Y'all making him go outside, bro. Y'all gotta really remember, Jeepers Creepers is really him. He one of them guys.
Rather than being
one of them ones.
Lively, engaging setting became a backdrop.
Oh my God, he got stabbed.
Of uninspired kills. The creeper was reduced to a joke. There was no mystique, no terror, just a
giving us his backstory
as a baby. The film's attempts to delve into the creeper's origins and motivations were half-baked and unnecessary, stripping away.
Doesn't even seem bad. Breaking in like a coven to worship the creeper, cool. But the whole generic sacrifice the main girl.
Every now and then, a film comes along that's so bad it's good. A true masterpiece of unintended comedy and cinematic ineptitude. Think of Tommy Wiseau's The Room, with its bewildering dialogue and earnest yet incompetent performances. Or Neil Breen's Fateful Findings, a surreal trip through the mind of a filmmaker who defies all storytelling convictions. These films cross into the realm of cult classics because their failures are endearing. Jeepers Creepers Reborn, however, barely skirts this line.
He's gonna look through the hole
with the unintentional comedy, but never fully commits. It's not enjoyably bad, it's just bad. There's even a scene in the movie where Lane constantly enters a room in a new outfit that's straight out of a 90s flick. The only thing missing was the song by Right Said Fred.
Hey,
giving the overwhelmingly negative reception, the future.
0 and 8, and you know this is bad. 1,000 ratings and it got an 8%. Put some respect on Jeepers Creepers. Like I'm not gonna sit for this. Y'all tarnish that name. Go to court and get sued. Jeepers Creepers is one of those movies. Okay, we're not gonna sit here and act like it's completely trash. That OG one, when bro first slid down the tunnel, was one of them ones, man. But what y'all did with Reborn, I'm calling the cops. This is insane. 8%. And for 1,000 people to do it, that means it's definitely really lower. And like a couple of people was like, I'll give it a 10. But wow, 8%. Wow.
Future of the franchise is uncertain. While there is always the potential for a more competent filmmaker to step in and restore some dignity into the series, Jeepers Creepers Reborn has undoubtedly left a sour taste in the mouths of fans. It's a reminder that reviving a franchise requires more than just a recognizable.
This was like something out of Resident Evil.
It requires a genuine understanding of what makes the original films resonate with audiences. So do yourself a favor, skip this one. Go back and watch the original Jeepers Creepers. And remember a time when the
him throwing that body down there is kind of funny.
Terror. Because Jeepers Creepers Reborn is a resurrection that should have never happened. In the grand tapestry of horror cinema, this film is a stain that only reminds us of what could have been. It's a movie that fails on every conceivable level. A disastrous attempt to cash in on the legacy that deserved better.
How do you like those peepers, bitch?
John Carpenter. That was the name of the guy I was blanking on with but did she just try to do like a Nightmare on Elm Street 2 or 3 when Freddy's like go-to phrase? Did she just try to, you know, guys, put respect on Jeepers Creepers. Watch the first one. If you think he's corny and he sucks as a horror villain, watch the first one. I'm sure that would change your mind. It's not absolute cinema, but it's a good movie. It's a good watch. Grab some popcorn, watch it. Let me know your favorite horror movie in the comments, and I'm out.